Hello everybody and welcome to No Guns Life Season 2 Episode 10, overall Episode 22, anime review. This episode, I enjoyed it. We learned a little bit more about Juzo's backstory, like with pictures this time. Well, no, they weren't pictures, it was video, but you get what I'm saying. Also, the fight is still on between, well, there was two fights going on. One of them was quite brief and the other one is still ongoing as we speak, so it was quite enjoyable. But anyway, let's just crack on with the episode, see how it all went down, and do this thing. We pick up where we left off at the end of last week's episode with Cronin showing up to confront that guy. What's his name? Kanugi. You know, the other needle guy, Kanugi. He shows up to confront him. They have a brief fight, gotta get close to do it, and they end up in the needle in his leg, you know, very... it was basically one scuffle was the whole fight, but hey, what can you say? He has a gun, which is important because guns are better than fists. There, I'm giving you all the knowledge right there. Ceiling collapses before the fight can, really get going, and Kanugi escapes because of it. Cronin briefly sees Juzo and he's like, what the hell happened to you? You know, that's pretty crazy. Tetsuro is stirring and crawling. He's like, I gotta save the Juzo man. And Cronin's just like, okay, I guess I'll help because Kanugi got away. I guess I'm free. I guess I can help you do that, small boy. I'll throw you at him, literally. In fact, almost that's basically what he does. Spoiler alert, I guess. We go back to Juzo and Seven scrapping. Juzo doesn't want to lose this fight because basically. What does he say? He says Seven is like the me of back then. So back when Juzo still considered himself a tool, that's basically what Seven is. So if he loses, it's like he's losing to his past self. Hands is the one that told him. His hands is the one that told him what he's abandoning the mission and basically decide for yourself what you're gonna do next. Because I'm out. His choice at the time was to keep being a tool and carry out the mission. This, of course, I think is the mission where they killed all the gun units basically. Can't lose this fight because it's like he's losing to who he used to be, can't be doing that. Seven is all like, Pepper wants you, she doesn't need you, but she wants you, so I'm gonna smash you a little bit so you bow down and all that, so fair enough. Big old laser, which presumably that's because she had, hand on the trigger or whatever. And big old laser hits Juzo, and then on the TV, Mary and what's the name, saw it on the TV as well, so... they're aware something is going on and they're like, ah, crap, we gotta go help with that now. Or they're just gonna be there waiting for him and they'll be like, you two, look, what the hell happened to you? You got busted all up. That's probably what I think's gonna happen. Probably gonna end up busted up is my prediction for the remainder of the fight. Juzo is now stuck in a wall, which is, not an ideal place to be. I'm gonna be completely honest with you folks here. Pepper shows up and is still trying to get him, to join her side, basically. She's offering a handshake to join. He picks her up by the hand and deposits her to the side. It's like, no. And she gets annoyed at this because she's like, idiot, you're throwing your life away. And then she's all upset because she doesn't have anything that she could, give up her life for and everything. Which is, there might be more to her than we originally suspected. Considering where we are in the series, I don't think we're going to find that out. But hey, it's worth noting in case you want to go read the manga, I guess. Cronin makes the save though. He shows up with the needles and brought Tetsuro and then just is dragging Tetsuro along the floor. Like, he's not being careful with him at all. It's like, yeah, I get you hate the extended, but Tetsuro is a small boy, he probably needs that face of his. Tetsuro though conflicted about using the harmony, but remembers all of what Juzo said and everything. And he's like, even so, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna save you. That's what I want to do. He's not about using him now, it's about saving him. And then he's like, alright, I'm gonna do this and everything. Cronin, of course, is there and figures out, oh, wait, you're the one, that's why they're after you, I get it now. So, he's aware of things going on. I think he's going to be sort of like a co-collaborator, conspirator, whatever you want to call it, with Team Juzo. And be like, I won't say nothing, but, be careful. Is sort of how I see it going. Could be wrong, though, but the important note here is Tetsuro, Harmony, Juzo. So now he's inside of Juzo, not like that, behave. Which is, I guess it's sort of like a dark room is what the inside of Juzo looks like. Again, not like that, behave. He then sees his trigger, which is just like it's like a gun in a rock is basically what it is. Sees Juzo's past, the mission to eliminate the extends, we see the hands telling him this is the last time I'm pulling the trigger. After this, you're on your own, basically, which is fine. Because then he says it's a stylish move to abandon the mission. I'm like, it's got nothing to do with being stylish, my dude. That's probably a clue as to where he is, but weird thing to say. Juzo only knew how to be a soldier, so that's what he did, soldier things, you know, did his orders. Ran into 12. 12, they have a little chat briefly. 12 is more like a regular human at this point than Juzo is. Juzo is literally, well, it's a tool. That's the whole point of it. He tells him, hey, things are looking bad for the rebels. We just want to live. We got through the war. Now we want to live and everything. Tries to recruit him. Juzo says, nah, not going to recruit you. He's like, I'm different from you. I can't join you. God decides how you live, is what he says. And then Juzo starts walking away, and he takes that as, oh, okay, you know, I can't let you get away. I've got to stop you now then. And then Juzo is like, hey, here's a secret passageway where, you know, the army don't know about, so you'll be safe there and everything. And then he leaves. So he's like, he's a good guy. He saved everyone. I have my suspicions as to what he was actually doing, but oh, it's brutal to watch. You gotta feel for the other gunslave units. They never saw it coming, which, to be fair, they probably should have seen it coming, but are they just idiots? Or naive? I guess naive's a good word. Or maybe, I guess that was their only option of even having any escape at all, so I guess they had to take that chance regardless. But hey, did it go well for them though? Probably not. Probably not. So the other gunslave units all make it out into the desert and everything, and then they're excited to live, you know. They go, we're free, we're going to go live our lives now. What are we going to do now? We should probably lay low for a bit, you know. They're planning what they're going to do. They see a little glint. 12, I think, sees a little glint on top of a tower, and he's like, oh, I see now. That was your choice. Juzo obliterates all of them at once with a big old laser shot. They're all dead. Well, they're not all dead. Some of them are just damaged and can be recovered, they say. So presumably they died afterwards, or they just got locked up or whatever. But hey, there are a few that only need to be recovered. The soldiers, the regular humans, aren't exactly like, wow, good job, comrade. They're like, this would lunatic extend. Look, he even killed all of his own people. You know, they're not exactly, they don't really see him as a person. I think it's fair to say. Then Juzo starts puking, and they don't really pay much notice. I call it puking. It might have just been oil. I don't really know what it was. But they don't really pay much attention. Like, we're moving out, let's go. And then Juzo's like, no, I am the person. And then he decides, he's like, right, I made all the hands make all the decisions back then. However, I was still the one doing it. So even by not making a choice, I still made the choice, is what he's saying. And then his back explodes out, and presumably he killed a lot of people. I'm not too sure, though. They don't make that too clear. But that was, I guess, the moment he decided to stop being a tool and start being a person. It only took him killing, like, all his comrades to do it. So let's hope you don't need to do that every time you need a change of character. That would be pretty bad. The world would be a lot less populated, I think it's fair to say. But no, I think it's, sorry about that beeping, by the way. There's a van. I'm sorry. What was I saying? Oh god, I've lost myself. Yeah, I like seeing Juzo's backstory. Thinks we might get a little bit more left to it. You know, just seeing how he got from exploding back to private investigator. I think we might figure that out at some point. Could be wrong though, but that's just where I'm thinking. And the next episode, I guess we'll wrap up the fight with 7 at some point, maybe? Or maybe it'll be the week after? Feel like we've still got a little bit of the flashback left to go. I could be completely wrong though, I don't really know. But anyway, what was my favourite part of this episode though? What was it? What was it, guys? What was it? What it was, to put it in simple terms, was just Juzo's backstory. It's the first time we've seen it so concisely laid out. It was interesting to see his, going from sticking with being a tool to, going forward to his realization that, hey, I'm a person, damn it. And realizing that only after he, and then seeing him being so different to the, 12, who had already come to the realization of being just a person. It was good. I liked seeing Juzo's backstory a lot. I like this episode. I still think this show is vastly underrated. I don't think it's perfect, but I think it's better than the ratings would suggest. That's how I'd describe it. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm not seeing the problems that a lot of people have with it for some reason, but I think it's pretty good personally. That's just me though. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing and stuff for more reviews. That would help me out a lot. I will see you next week for another episode of this. Take care, and bye guys.